Planning a move to Brevard County and you're wondering what's it going to cost to live there? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over the typical housing costs you can expect when living on the Space Coast. So stick around. My name is Eric Larkin and I'm a real estate agent here on the Space Coast. And when I'm not making videos like this one, I'm helping people buy and sell real estate. I also answer a lot of questions about their upcoming moves. So whether you're moving next week, next month, or next year, and you've got questions, I'm here to help. I've got all my contact information below in the first comment. Let's schedule a call. Since the biggest cost to consider with your budget is going to be what your housing costs are, we're going to break down what home costs are to purchase and for rent in some of the bigger towns here in Brevard County. For the purpose of this video, I'm focusing on 3 to 4 bedroom single family homes, 2 to 3 baths, anywhere from 1,200 to 2,800 square feet. All of the sales information is for the last 12 months. From Titusville at the north end of the county to the very south city on the mainland is Palm Bay, Florida. Single family homes range from $92,000 at the low end to well over $1 million on the higher end. The median prices for Titusville, Cocoa, Rockledge, Melbourne, and Palm Bay are in the low to mid 300,000s. Merritt Island's median price is $480,000. And Beachside was a $640,000 median price. Looking at what it's going to cost you to rent a single family home here throughout Brevard County, last 12 months prices were as low as $650 to well over $8,900. But if you look at the median rental prices, they were between $2,000 and $2,700 throughout the county. Let's talk property taxes. Whether you plan on buying a home right away or maybe in a year or two, it's important to know this information. The millage rates currently for Brevard County range from 10.3687 to 20.7782. And the upcoming proposed tax rates for 2023 haven't been released yet. Those will be released in October, and I've got a link to the website here, so if you want to check them out, you can see what they are at any time. So the millage rate, they do the math based upon every $1,000 worth of value. So if your house is worth $350,000, your taxes are going to be between $3,600 and $7,200, depending on where you're at in the county. The lower millage rates are usually in more rural sections of Brevard County. The higher millage rate, like the highest, is in Melbourne Village. Usually you're within city limits, and that pays for the infrastructure to organize and run the city, which is your police, your fire, city council, etc. If you'd like to know what the potential property taxes are going to be on a home that you're considering, just go to the Brevard County Property Appraiser site, pull up the tax detail on that property, and hit the tax estimator, and you'll see what your taxes will be as the new homeowner. Brevard County also offers a homestead exemption, a break on your property taxes if you're going to make this home your primary residence. You could be eligible for up to $50,000 discount on the taxable value. Savings could be between $500 and $1,000 a year on your annual taxes. Now, besides the benefit of lowering your taxes, they also have a Save Our Homes benefit, which puts a cap on how much your property taxes can actually go up in any given year. This is a great benefit if you plan on living in your home for some time. And you might notice as you're doing research through the Brevard Property Appraiser site that some homes have a ridiculously low tax, where the same home right next door or across the street has a significantly higher tax bill. The reason for this is more than likely the person with the lower tax has lived in this home for 10, 15, 20 years as their primary residence, and it keeps their taxes low. Let's talk about the utilities that are available and what the costs are here in Brevard County. Really, for our utilities, we don't have a lot of options. Florida Power and Light is our electric company. Florida City Gas is the gas company. Spectrum is the cable company. For your water supply, it depends upon where you're living at. Titusville takes care of Kings Highway North. The city of Cocoa takes care of King Highway South to the Pineda Causeway. That also includes Cocoa Beach, Cape Canaveral, Merritt Island, and Rockledge. The city of Melbourne's water department takes care of Pineda South to 192. The city of West Melbourne has water, and the city of Palm Bay also has a water department. Now, me, since I live in Cocoa Beach, I am the city of Cocoa is my water company, and my bill for my wife and I is about $100 a month. Of course, with water, it depends upon how many people in your house, so this is just a guideline. 2 people, $100 a month. FP&L, our electric bill ranges from $70 a month to $200 a month, and we average $135 a month for the last 12 months. Electric usage, there's a variety of factors that come into play. There's only two of us living in the house. It depends upon how big your house or how small your house is, how well insulated it is. Do you have single pane or impact windows? These are all factors that will affect your energy usage, which will affect your electric uses too. The good thing with FP&L, they offer an averaging bill type service where they'll take your last 12 months and guess what your bills are going to be. Like, I average $135 a month. I can go on that average bill pay service and only pay $135 a month, which will cover the low months and the high months too. With natural gas, not all homes have natural gas available, and it really depends upon what you have hooked up to your house. I've seen some homes that just had the hot water or just the heater. Maybe you've got your stove hooked up, the dryer, the barbecue, the pool heater. But looking at the Florida Gas website, your rate is 0.67 for every thermal unit plus the $18 a month service charge. With cable, it's really hard to say what your monthly bill is going to be because they offer a discounted rate if you are a new customer. Plus, it also depends upon how you do the basic cable. Did you upgrade to all the channels in high definition? Do you have the DVR service? Did you bundle phone and internet and mobile in there too? These are all factors that have an impact on your cable bill. Basic cable looks like it runs $60 a month. There are other options for TV service through the cell phone providers like AT&T and Verizon also offer some type of cable-like package through their mobile devices. Internet providers, I would say Spectrum has the fastest here in the county. They offer Gig Plus services. This will run you about $90 a month. Basic internet through Spectrum is about $60 a month. And just like the cell phone providers offer TV options, they definitely offer internet options too that you can look into. In cell phone coverage, we got the three big services here, and we also have the discount ones throughout the county. It really depends upon how many lines, what kind of service you have in regards to what it costs for cell phones. One thing I would like to let you know is most of the county, we have great cell phone coverage. However, South Cocoa Beach, South Merritt Island, and Pineda Causeway at the south end of Patrick Space Force Base, it's kind of questionable about how good your cell phone coverage will be in those areas. What do you think about the information so far? Thumbs up are appreciated, and any questions you have, drop them in the comments. Let's talk transportation costs, aka what's it cost to fill up your tank. Fortunately, gas prices in Brevard County are 8 to 10 cents lower than what it is for the state, and the state is 20 to 30 cents lower than what the national average is. Beachside, we pay couple pennies, maybe a nickel more than what they do on the mainland, but the average price here in Brevard County for September is $3.48 a gallon. Toll roads are very common throughout the state of Florida. However, Brevard County, we don't have any. But if you're planning a trip to Orlando or throughout the state, somewhere on the Florida Turnpike, it's a great idea to get yourself a transponder that's offered through either SunPass or EasyPass. The transponder itself is either free for the basic sticker, or you can pay up to $18.50 with a couple different options that they have. Easier for you to go from here to MCO or to the amusement parks. You don't have to worry about stopping. You don't have to worry about having money on hand. And also, when you prepay through the transponder, you get a discounted rate when you go through the tolls. If you're wondering if Brevard County has some type of bus system, we have SCAT, Space Coast Area Transit. It's a bus system that covers most of the county from Titusville down to Palm Bay, including Merritt Island and the beaches. It'll cost you $1.50 for a fare to go one direction. The best deal is if you plan on riding the bus a lot, just get a monthly pass. It's $42 a month. Since we all like to eat, knowing what grocery stores are available and some basic costs for staple items would be important. So here in Brevard County, we've got quite a few grocery stores for you to choose from. We have Publix, Winn-Dixie, Aldi's, Super Walmart, Super Target, and we also have the big box stores. We have a couple BJ's, there's a couple Sam's Club, and we have a Costco in Viera. Since I do a lot of my shopping at Publix, here are the costs of some basic staple items that you would find in a Publix grocery store. Going to the bakery for a loaf of sourdough bread, that costs $4.85 a loaf. Dozen eggs are going to run you $2.25 a dozen. Milk is $4.79 a gallon. Bananas are 70 cents a pound. Ground chuck was on sale for $4.49 a pound. And if you're looking for a bone-in ribeye, that'll be $16.99 a pound. Prices vary depending on where you're at. Publix is just a convenient store for me, and that's why I've got these prices for you. If you have kiddos, childcare costs might be important to you. I don't have children, so I had to do some research on this. I don't know this firsthand knowledge. Calling around, I found that basic daycare, if your child's in school, is between $800 and $1,000 a month. And going online to livingwage.mit, it's estimating per child to spend just over $9,000 per year for childcare. If entertainment is important to you, Brevard County has quite a few options. We have movie, plays, concerts, live music in bars and other venues. There's bowling, there's golf, there's tennis, there's pickleball, basketball, racquetball, and all of the water sports you can imagine, including boating and fishing. We have beautiful parks throughout Brevard County. We have 70 miles of sandy beaches for you to enjoy. Most of the parks are free to enter. Some of the beaches offer free parking, but Cocoa Beach, Satellite Beach, and Indialantic, you're going to have to pay to park. If you like to catch a play, we have the Titusville Historic Playhouse, the Cocoa Village Historic Playhouse, and in historic downtown Melbourne, there is the Henniger Center. They all offer regular shows throughout the year, and depending on the time or where you're seated, you could expect to spend $30 to $40 per ticket. In Melbourne, we have the Maxwell King Center that offers a variety of shows. You can see concerts, you can see comedians, you can see plays and a variety of other forms of entertainment, and prices vary depending on what the show is and of course where you're seated too. Brevard County has an amazing zoo. The Brevard Zoo is located in North Melbourne in the Viera area, and they feature over 900 animals. It's a really nice venue to go walk through. I personally like the giraffe station where they have that platform up and you're at eye level and you can watch and even feed them. Cost to get in for kids under 3 are free. If they're between 3 and 11, it's $20, and everybody else it's $32. Another great place for entertainment here in Brevard County, Kennedy Space Center is a great place to go out and explore if you are a fan of the space race and also like that type of history. One-day passes are $75 for adults and $65 for children. Keep in mind, Orlando and all the major theme parks are about an hour away. Expect to pay $120 for admission, and they do offer specials throughout the year for Florida residents, so if this is something you're into, you should definitely look at those savings. Orlando is also home to 2 professional teams. We've got the Orlando Magic, which is basketball, the Orlando City, the Lions, which is our professional soccer team. Cost to get into these games, you can find cheap seats for about $20, and of course they go up from there. Depending on where you're moving from, you might have to deal with a state income tax. Fortunately, here in Florida, we do not have a state income tax. We do have a sales tax in Florida, though, which is 7%. They do not charge the sales tax on most grocery items, prescription drugs, and over-the-counter medications. Brevard County, it's not the cheapest place to live, but it certainly isn't the most expensive either. Considering our tropical weather that we have most year-round, we've got the Intracoastal River running through the middle of the county, and our eastern border is the Atlantic Ocean. I think we have a great place to call home. If you have any questions about this information or your upcoming move, I would love to hear from you. I'll have my contact information below in one of the first comments. My name's Eric Larkin with Real Brokers. I appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you on the next show.